morning.
Morning.
Did you all have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Busy weekend?
Yeah.
Is everyone ready for spring break?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Anyone going anywhere for spring break?
Yes.
Chicago.
Where will you be going? Chicago? Where else?
Florida.
Florida? Florida's a nice time to go this time of year. Where else?
Orlando.
Orlando. Are you going to go to Disney World?
Yeah.
Disney World's really fun. Okay, so who can remind me what you were supposed to read for today? Yes, the proposal argument chapter. That's what we'll be discussing. What is a proposal? A proposal is an attempt to solve a problem. You can have a seat. And it's an idea. If you have a problem, let's try and solve it.
Thanks.
That's okay. You might want to go around the other way this morning. So, we have a problem, let's try and solve it. Remember, a proposal has two sections, the problem section and the solution section. And remember, as we discussed last week, the problem section is kind of similar to your cause and effect essay that you've already written, because you want to explain the cause and the effects of the problem before you start proposing solutions. So we're going to establish the problem. Here's a list of questions that can help you start thinking about the problem and brainstorming ideas about the problem. So you've got what is the problem, for whom is it a problem, who says it is a problem, how long has it been a problem, what or who has caused the problem, what are the consequences of the problem. Who can tell me the difference between number 2 and 3? What is the difference between question 2 and 3? Does anyone know?
Well, number 2 is what kind of people the problem will affect them.
Very good.
And for number 3, it was that someone like some professor or someone to say it is a problem.
Very good. Someone's identifying the problem. So in number 3, the person who's identifying the problem doesn't have to be also affected by the problem as well. So let's just take an example that we can go through these sort of 6 questions. What do you know about childhood obesity? Joanna?
It's very common in the U.S.
Okay, it's common in the U.S. What else do you know about childhood obesity? Chen?
It's to harm to the child.
Very good. So it harms the child. What kind of harmful things happen to the child? Or children who have childhood obesity? Retin. If we have children who have childhood obesity, what are some harmful things that are happening to them because of obesity?
Conditioning goes down, movement goes down, they're most likely to have asthma.
Okay, what else? Can you think of something else?
Maybe some disease like high blood pressure.
Very good. High blood pressure. What else?
Diabetes.
Diabetes, cardiovascular disease. Their joints maybe hurt them more because it's difficult to walk, it's difficult to breathe. These are some of the problems. What about, so we've got who's the problem? Who's affecting number 2? It's children. Who says it's a problem? Who do you think is identifying childhood obesity as a problem?
Parents.
Parents, maybe. Who else?
Counselors.
Counselors.
Doctors and scientists.
Doctors, scientists, nutritionists. Because nutritionists play a big role in telling people what's good to eat and what's not good to eat and proportion size. How about physical education teachers? Because they're also witnessing children exercising and not exercising. How long do you think this has been a problem? For a long time, and maybe not just in the U.S., maybe in other places, but in the U.S. we see a lot of it perhaps. Why do you think this is happening? Why do you think childhood obesity is happening today?
We have the luxury, we want money and we can just buy food we want.
Okay, maybe that's...
Also, because fast food is a lot cheaper
Oh,
than
yeah.
eating healthy food.
That's very good. So the fast food is cheaper, and maybe people can afford to eat it more. Maybe it fills them up quicker. What are some other things? Think about like technology and what we're doing.
Yeah, fast food chains everywhere.
Well, yes, we have fast food chains anywhere, but what about the technology? What are we doing more of today with technology? In terms of
TV, being lazy, just gaming and stuff.
very good. So we're just now maybe spending more time, or children spending more time on the computer, on the internet, playing video games. Whereas before maybe they went outside and were playing outside. What else are some things that they're not doing before? Maybe another reason why they can't play outside is because their parents are working, or maybe they're living in a bad neighborhood, so they can't go play outside and exercise as much. So sort of the nature of life has changed, which is causing some of this obesity in children. And so we already talked about the consequences, which is like the cardiovascular disease and high blood pressure. So that's sort of, we identified, I would say, the problem now. So, if we move on, we have also now starting to develop some solutions. Today we're just going to mostly focus on sort of discussing the problem section of your papers, but remember we also have a solution that we're going to propose. So what are some possible solutions? What are some strengths and weaknesses of solutions? So just how you've evaluated arguments in your papers. We will also be evaluating solutions, and that sort of brings us to number 3. What is the best solution? You may want to propose several solutions in your paper and then explain or argue for the best one. And then number 4, if this solution is good, why hasn't it been tried already? And we'll sort of discuss that a little bit later. So, the next step then, as you're starting your papers, is of course to select a topic. And I have a list of 6 questions on the board for you to sort of go through to help you start thinking about the topic that you would like to develop. So let's say the problem I frequently encounter on campuses, if you want to relate it to the University of Alabama, for example. A problem I hear my classmates discussing quite a bit. So maybe, after class or during class, you hear issues or problems that your classmates are facing. A problem my country is facing, a problem my parents always face is, a problem people have been trying to solve for years is, and a problem I heard about on the news is. So what I would like you to do now is to work in pairs, and I would like you to answer these 6 questions with your partner and discuss sort of the problems that you sort of identify for each one of these. And if you have more than one idea for number 1 or for number 5, that's great. Because after you discuss this with your partner, I want you to circle which problem you feel like you can maybe write a paper on. And then we will discuss that in class. So for about 10 minutes, that's what I would like you to do. So take out a sheet of paper and pen and start working on this with your partner. Does anyone have any questions? Do you need paper?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe Joseph can let you borrow one? Do you have a paper, pen?
There's a
Do you need a piece of paper? Borrow? No, you'll answer each one. So answer 1 through 6. So for number 1, you'll say a problem I frequently encounter on campuses. What is a problem that you face on campus? Tuition fee. Okay, that's one problem that you're facing. What about number 2, Jonza? What is a problem that you hear your classmates discussing?
People speak Chinese.
Okay, so maybe you're having a language barrier. Most people, of course, in the U.S., they're speaking in English. So go through and answer each one. If you have, maybe you hear several problems your classmates are discussing, list them. Because you need to think about later whether or not that's a problem that you can develop and discuss the problem and find a solution for. So for example, do you think finding a solution for world peace is practical or easy? If I said we have the problem, we don't have world peace, and that's a problem, do you think I can solve that?
No.
No, that would be very, very difficult to solve because there's so many factors that go into it. So you want to think about a problem that you can actually solve and propose solutions that people can implement. But right now, we're at the phase of just sort of deciding or identifying the problem. And these 6 questions will help you think about that.
What is it?
Do you have a question? Oh, no, you don't have to agree. You will come up with a list of 6, and you will come up with a list of 6. The point to work with your partner is to share and discuss your ideas. So that your partner will know what you're discussing. Because later maybe you'll think of something that your partner didn't think of, and you'd like to do your partner's idea for your paper. So who are you working with? Are you working with Neutral, or are you working with Daya? Or all 3 of you are working together? No, I'm just asking. Are you working with Tupe? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, you and Tupe work together. So what ideas is just starting?
Yeah.
So what, let's say, is a problem your country is facing? Something in your community? No, not yet. Maybe you can think of some of the other ideas. So what ideas have we come up with so far?
That's a good one.
I mean, if you're in your 50s or in your 40s,
Okay, well, that's, yes, that can be very hard for students. Okay, very good. Dahlia, what have you found? The distance between my different classes, that can be difficult, especially if you're on a big campus. Not finding parking on campus. Someone also wrote on that same topic last year. That can be hard. Discrimination between men and women, that can be a problem. Yes, certainly.
I want to go with 4.
Let's see, what have you found?
Is my brother.
The high prices of parking on campus, and second one, international students cannot have a job at the state.
Outside of school, you mean? See a problem, campus tuition fees. So are you working on the same, do you have the same ideas, or are you coming up with different ideas? Okay. Let's see. What are you discussing? Or are you coming up with?
I had traffic. I had lack of tutors. Facing my country is financial crisis, and my parents is my brother.
Okay, and you said your brother. Okay, and then lack of tutors, is that for everybody or for student athletes?
No, facing my classmates.
Yeah, your
They're not
classmates. Okay, so they're just regular, so they don't have enough tutors. Okay, well, that's good. And let's see, what have you come up with?
First one is was de hele avond mensen breiden denk ik iets van die 8 minuten.
Very good. So, have you all come up with 6 ideas yet, or are you still working on it? Finished? Everyone has 6 ideas down?
No.
No? Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes to wrap that up, because then we're going to discuss it as a class. You guys are done. Remember, I said you could discuss your ideas in groups. So I should hear lots of talking in English about you discussing your ideas. Do you not like your ideas? Is that why you did it together? Do you have different ideas than Joseph, maybe? No, I'm saying everyone's discussing ideas. I also want to hear your ideas. If I call on you, will you be able to tell me some ideas too? Not just what Joseph, or did you both come up with the same ideas together? So maybe you want to come up with some more ideas since you did it together as well? Maybe tell me more than one idea?
Ja, dag. Maar dat ze hem aankrijgt, dan zie je weg. Oh, my homie David Wilson.
Are you guys done? You come up with a list of ideas? Let's see. 1 through 6. 1 through 6. Okay, very good. I think most of you are about done. Is that correct? One left to discuss? One more to discuss? Okay, I think most of you are about done. So, Rutten, let's see if we can get your attention. So, for number 1, a problem I frequently encounter on campuses. Dahlia, what is a problem you encounter on campus?
Distance between my different classes.
Distance between different classes. Did anyone else have a similar problem? You as well?
No.
Or you have different?
Yeah. The high prices of parking.
High prices of parking. So is that a problem that also any of you also face? Does anyone park on campus, or do you all walk?
I walk.
You walk. So most of you walk. So if you drive a car, it may be expensive for you to park on campus, depending also where on campus you're parking. What about Rutten? What did you get for number 1?
Different priorities than my peers.
So okay, you have different priorities. What are some of the priorities that you have that are different from your peers?
Like a lot of things I do have to request first, and I don't share that with a lot of people here.
You don't share what?
Like a lot of things I do have to request first. And
Okay.
I just feel like,
So everyone has like maybe different things, different beliefs, what to follow. So maybe that affects maybe the social life or your work, different priorities. Okay, a problem I hear my classmates discussing quite a bit is Ying Chun.
Because schools are not have developed transportation, it is inconvenient.
So yeah, very good. Does anyone also have that same problem or witnessed your classmates discussing how Tuscaloosa doesn't have very good transportation system? Or is that not a problem for most people?
I think that's my problem.
That's okay, as your problem, it's a personal problem, so yes, very good. That's something that you can easily talk about, needing to develop something so that students can get around maybe more easily, especially since Tuscaloosa is a college town. How about Chen? What did you give for number 2?
The food in Ferguson.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
No, could you say it again? Okay. The food. Oh, so does anyone have a problem with the food on campus? Do you hear classmates talking about food? Jungza also? unhealthy?
No, it tastes so terrible.
It tastes bad. Maybe it's not enough variety of food as well, because it only represents maybe a few culture groups. Maybe we have lots of cultures here, for example, in this classroom. Number 3, a problem facing my country is Fuyao.
Too many people in China.
Too many people, so population, there's a population, still population problems. So maybe that's something you can discuss, especially since there's already some articles about the one-child policy and reactions to it. Yagi, what did you get for number 3?
Air pollution.
Air pollution. That also can be a problem as well. Muhammad.
Speeding and a lot of accidents.
Oh my
Speeding, so yeah, they're like particles. That could be a big problem for safety. It can affect a lot of people. That's also a very good problem to discuss. Number 4, a problem my parents always face is Pia.
Paying bills.
Paying bills. So that's going to be very difficult. How about rent? What is a problem your parents face?
I wrote down my brother.
Your brothers? Is your brother older or younger than you?
He's older.
He's older. So maybe that's something that your parents are facing, trying to do things with him or help him. How about number 5, a problem people have been trying to solve for years? Chupe.
Global warming.
Global warming, yes. We actually had an article on global warming. What else? What are some other things that people have been trying to solve for years?
Terrorism.
Terrorism, what else?
So exactly.
What? Financial crisis. Certainly there's an economic crisis right now, so that's something a lot of people are discussing. Very good. You all have excellent ideas. And number 6, a problem I heard about on the news is, what's a problem that you've heard on the news?
The weather.
Tornado.
Tornadoes, most recent, like in Indiana and some other places, like I think Kentucky, and also in Alabama again, we most recently had a tornado. What else?
The political problems in Egypt.
Political problem in Egypt. Anything else?
The conflict about North Korea and other countries.
We had one.
Very good. Chen Wei. What about number 6? What did you get for number 6? Nothing? You come up with any ideas? Well, what I want you to do now, did you all circle one of your ideas? Or did you like an idea your classmate discussed? Maybe you can write that down and circle it. Because what I would like you to do is to think about that topic. And what you will do is you're going to brainstorm. Because again, remember, I have your assignment sheet. Today is the first day to start your proposal papers. So I'm going to be distributing your assignment sheet to you. And you can just glance over it, but you'll actually be reading this for homework. And what I want you to do in class is to start thinking about the ideas you have developed. Choose one and start brainstorming about how you might answer it. So remember the questions we had earlier about what is the problem, whom is there a problem for, who has identified a problem. You can start answering those questions. And I will put that back up, that slide for you to look at to help you.
You forgot something.
So you can use these 6 questions on the board to help you start brainstorming about your topic and developing it. And you can also still work with your same partner, because maybe your partner can help you as you're thinking about the ideas that you want to develop. So let's see, what one did you decide is the best topic? Terrorism. And so who do you think is a problem for?
People speak, you know.
You can go the citation and don't go the website. This is what I do.
Okay.
Instead of the...
And then who has identified as a problem?
And they said it's fine.
The world, people of different nations. How long has this been a problem?
You still need
It's
investigation.
not, actually, like before 9/11, it's 9/11
They got big news about it. Okay, and who or what has caused the problem? Suicide bombers. So I want you to start writing those down, the answers to those questions down. What about you? Which topic have you selected? From the list or from something your classmates discussed? Okay, your brother. And is that going to be easy for you to develop?
I'll go with lack of tutors.
Okay, lack of tutors. Very good. So who, you said it's for students, just general students, and how long has this been a problem?
Healthy food.
I don't know, I was just being in one semester, but I think long.
For a while now. And what or who has caused the problem?
The university, not providing enough tutors.
Okay, very good. So I want you to answer those questions for that topic and start developing ideas. And Joanna, what topic have you selected?
More healthy food.
Okay, having more healthy food on campus. And let's see, who is a problem for? Students. And who says it's a problem? People that want to eat healthy, so the students who want to eat healthier. And how long do you think this has been a problem? For a long time? For several years on campus maybe? Who or what has caused the problem?
Just the fact I think the university chose to put a lot of fast food
Okay, so very good. So maybe people higher up, university officials, people are deciding what to put in the food. Okay, and what are the consequences then of the problem?
Childhood obesity.
obesity.
Well, not for children, because you're all adults here, but so unhealthy students,
Get sick.
not as healthy, so then they're not feeling as good maybe for school, not wanting to work as much because they're more tired and not exercising as much. I'm sure maybe it's hard for student athletes like you because you have to be on maybe a special diet if you are participating in sports, perhaps. And which one of you said speeding? Okay, in Dubai. So let's see. Who is it a problem for?
For us.
For everybody in this team? How long has speeding been a problem?
Since the cafe existed.
Okay, since the beginning, people not following the rules, and is everyone causing the problem?
What?
Is everybody causing the problem, or just some people are speeding?
Some people.
Just some people. Okay, and what are the consequences then of the problem? What are the consequences of speeding?
Accidents and.
Does anyone go to jail for speeding in Dubai or no?
Not for speeding, for drifting.
For drifting. Okay, what do you mean by drifting? Are they going off the side of the road and then going back in and going around cars?
Yeah, and going next.
Oh, okay, spinning around, trying to do stunts or something. Okay, very good. So I want you to answer those 6 questions. Write your ideas down. Dahlia, what have you decided to write about?
I don't like any of these.
Okay. Think of something else. Okay, very good. And Yagi. Okay, and let's see. So it's problem for, who's the problem for? People who drive to work, to school, to other places. How long has this been a problem? For a very long time. And who or what has caused the problem?
Is it your turn?
Oh, so only during football season it's a problem?
No.
Okay, so there's maybe a lot of sports in the city, so that's causing extra traffic. Maybe people are coming from outside. Okay, very good. And what are the consequences of the problem? So what are some of the negative effects, maybe, that are resulting?
People want to be out of the town, but they can't.
So they're stuck, they can't move. Are they late to work ever? So maybe that's some of the consequences. Maybe there's some more accidents because people are in such a rush to get to work and are afraid about getting late. So write those ideas down. And what topic have you chosen? Okay, so tell me your two options. Which one do you think would be a better topic? Okay, and then who has caused the problem? Producers who are making the food, and who's it affecting? People all over. Are you going to talk about a particular country? Are you going to talk about general, big, broad? Particular place. And what are the consequences of the problem? Well, you can think about developing the title later after maybe you develop the paper. Because sometimes what you can do is you can pull words from the paper as a title. So right now, just worry about developing your ideas, and we can think about a title later. Okay? Toupee, what have you chosen?
Maybe it's the conflict between North Korea and South Korea.
Okay, so then can you tell me who's it a problem for, or who's it affecting?
Maybe the people in
both countries.
Yeah.
And who says it's a problem?
What?
Who says it's a problem? Who's identifying this problem?
All over the world talking about.
So everyone's talking about it, leaders, people in general. Okay, very good. How long has this been a problem between North Korea and South Korea?
That really happened a long time ago.
Okay. So it's the problem
since they divided into two countries.
Okay, so since they divided into two separate countries. And what are the consequences of the problem?
Maybe a war.
A war will happen?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the problem exactly between North Korea and South Korea then?
They think they have different countries, but they want to get together with each other.
So do they want to unite again?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's still conflicts about how or what to do for uniting?
Yeah. And someone said there is a danger in North Korea because they developed some
weapons?
Yeah.
So people maybe, some of them are resisting and maybe South Korea to join North Korea because of their reputation? Okay, very good. So write those ideas down. Fuyao.
I think let me choose the population problem.
Population problem. Okay, so this population problem is in where?
In China.
In China. Okay. And who says the problem?
Chinese people think it's
So does everyone in China think it's the problem, or just some people? Everyone thinks it's the problem. And who or what has caused the problem? Everybody, because maybe they're having. But I mean, if they're still having, if there's the one-child policy, wouldn't that reduce the population some, or are people?
It's reduced a lot, but it's still too much.
Still a lot of people in the country. So what are some of the consequences of having overpopulation in China?
Pollution and running out of
Resources, maybe not enough jobs, because more and more people are growing up and trying to find work, not enough space for housing maybe. So write down those ideas. And what topic idea have you come up with? Global warming. What else? What is another topic you've also thought of? Because we've already kind of discussed global warming before. Well, you can come to my office and then we can discuss, maybe help you think of some ideas, or you go after class, a later day or tomorrow, maybe you can start doing some research and thinking of a better problem, since global warming is written a lot about, so you can come up with a better idea. And Shen, what idea have you come up with? Tuition fees. So, who is that a problem for? The students. Who else is a problem for?
Not for us.
Officers? How about parents? Are parents paying some of the bills sometimes? Is it a problem for parents? Yes, it's a problem for parents. And how long has it been a problem?
Since the university.
Since the university mostly established, so it's been like increasing. And what are the consequences of the problem of the tuition being so high?
Pay a lot.
Pay a lot, maybe students can't finish paying the bills, maybe they have to drop out, or they are in severe debt, so then that creates other problems. Very good, so write those ideas down. And Zhengze, what idea have you come up with?
Right now the idea is about
The tornado, okay. And for who is it a problem?
everyone.
For everybody that lives in tornado area. And who says it's a problem?
I have no idea what says the problem.
How about news anchors in the media, or people who study the weather?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe
Scientists.
some scientists, perhaps who work with like the Red Cross. We're sort of discussing some of the safety issues as well. So lots of people are probably discussing what or who has caused problem. We know the tornado is causing the problem. What are the consequences of the problem?
I caused the tornado.
Okay, and then if you're going to propose solutions, start thinking a little ahead. Can you really stop the tornado from coming? You can't, but what would be like you're going to propose solutions to this problem? What would you be proposing?
Like a tornado warning system.
A tornado warning system.
Yeah,
So we kind of already have a little bit of that here, but what else? Some other things that you can do.
There's like safety and a strong basement.
Okay, so being well prepared to sort of help maybe save more lives for people who are not as safe before. Very good. So write down those ideas as well. I'm also going to pass out the rough draft rubric. It's the same as you've seen for your other papers. You can look through it as well at home. So if you have not done this already, I want you to discuss your answers to these 6 questions with your partner and see if your partner agrees with you or if they have, maybe some suggestions that can help you as you're developing your idea. So you can start that now, just for about 5 minutes, discuss with your partner sort of the answers to the problem.
We write about 12 and 44%. Do you have to write 12 out or 34 like just digits, or do you have to do both in digits? So this is in digits. It's 34.
Usually the rule, like in an academic paper, if it's more than 10, like the number is more than 10, then you can write 10, 11, 12, just the number.
Okay.
But if it's less, like if it's 2, 3, 4, you can write out the word 2, 3, 4.
Unless it's like 20, 30, 40, so you still write it out, right?
You can, like if it's 20, you can just have the number 20.
Oh, okay.
So anything more than the number 10, you can just have the number and not the word for the number.
Okay.
And that would be fine.
Okay.
So I don't hear any talking. Have you already finished discussing with your partner then? Already your ideas?
Yeah, I'm discussing.
You're discussing now? So I should hear talking.
Discussing, talking.
If I think this topic is so difficult, can I change it later?
Yes. What I will tell you, and I'll explain to the class in a minute, is you all can come to my office if you need to, and see me later today, or you can email me about your topic as well. And then on Wednesday, you'll have to have your topic settled, though.
Oh, by the way, we talk about the organization
Okay.
It's here. I don't know this outline is opening.
Oh, are you talking about the causal paper?
No, I mean, here, it has two solution sections.
Yes.
So what's the difference?
Okay, well, it depends on the type of paper you want to write. Some people, they propose 3 solutions, and then the third solution is their best solution. They'll say, this is the best solution out of the 3. Some people only propose 1 solution, and they'll sort of develop that into a big section. So it depends on how you want to sort of organize
So for
your paper.
example, in this section, I can talk about 3 solutions, and in this section, so I'll pick one of them and say it's the best.
Well, you can do that, or you can sort of say, this is a good solution, this is also another solution, and this third solution is the best solution. This is why we should, if we're going to implement one, maybe we should do number 3 first. Or maybe we should work towards developing number 3. So yes, certainly you can sort of mention 3 here and then say, out of the 3, this is the best one. Or you can just mention 2 and then the third one last, saying that this is the best solution. It's really up to you, depending on how much information you have, because you want to, of course, propose the best solution. This is a proposal paper, or you want to propose a solution that either people can implement now or implement sometime in the future and work towards. And you want to make your argument strong to convince your audience of your argument. So, yeah, very good. So I see some brainstorming. That's very good. Are you doing yours on the computer? Not yet. Research? Okay, very good. It's good that you started to do some research. Brainstorming. Some more brainstorming. Let's see. Where are your answers? Very good. You didn't answer the other ones? Maybe you want to start on that? Some brainstorming. That's very good. Where's your brainstorming?
Right here.
This is for topics, but what about answering these questions?
Oh, right here.
On the other side? Okay, very good. So, we have about 5 minutes left. So, for next class, what I would like you to have done is you have your topics chosen, which means for homework, you need to do some research and see whether you can find out some more information answering these 6 questions. Perhaps you can answer some more beyond these to help you develop your problem. If you decide that your topic is not going to work, you can change your topic and find a better topic that you can propose solutions for, hopefully. And I'm available in my office hours. So if you're still not sure about your topic, you can come see me around 4 o'clock today during my office hours. You can also email me and I'll try to get back to you. Breton, for Wednesday's class, what should you have ready?
Hold on. You gotta have your topic, and you gotta know what you're gonna do in your proposal and all that stuff.
Okay, yes, you have to know your topic because before you start writing, you must get your topic approved by me. I don't want you to start writing and then recognize that you're not going to be able to use your topic idea. Also, one more thing. What is the other thing you have to do for homework? Mohammed? What 2 are the 2 sheets that I gave you?
Ask you if you take.
You had to read the assignment sheet. Because if you don't understand the assignment sheet, then you can ask me questions so that I can help you to make sure you have a successful paper. Very good. I hope to see all of you on Wednesday.